Today's the day for Fantastic Four First Steps, and this is a big movie for Marvel because you're kicking off Phase 6, and these are your main characters to help fight Doctor Doom. Unfortunately, right now, according to Variety, Deadline, and The Hollywood Reporter, the box office projections are far below Superman's opening. Remember, Superman opened domestically at $125 million, and Fantastic Four is expected to make $100 million to $110 million. It's not a good sign, but these are just projections. Let's make sure we understand that. We shall see how it all plays out this weekend. Also, keep in mind that Marvel does well internationally. Jeremy Jahns said this is a good movie. I've heard people say it's good, not fantastic. That's fine. And that Reed Richards is the leader of the Fantastic Four. I find it funny how people were saying, and I did report it too, that it was going to be super woke, that Sue Storm was going to be the leader of Fantastic Four, and I'm hearing that she's not, so that's good. I'm excited for that. And Johnny Storm, there's a clip I saw where he was this macho man. The girls loved him. If that's true, maybe they heard feedback from their fans and the concerns they had about this film, and maybe they changed course. So we shall see. If the movie turns a profit, that's great. If it doesn't, that's bad for Marvel. It just is, because at this point, when it comes to the last 6 years since they ended Endgame, hasn't been great at the box office. And that might be the end of superhero movies as we know it. Just like with Westerns, it was very popular. Then it died off. But again, these are just projections. Now, for Rotten Tomatoes, as of now, the percentage for the critics, again, Rotten Tomatoes is not the most trusted source, but still a source. They're at 88% right now from the critics. And seeing their feedback, top critic here, Carolyn Said, First Steps often feels less like a superhero story than an oddball standalone sci-fi film, and that's the most refreshing thing about it. Good. This staid superhero movie plays like classic sci-fi, in which adults wearing sweater vests solemnly brainstorm how to resolve a crisis. Watching it, I felt as snug as being nestled in the backseat of my grandparents' car at the drive-in. Everyone's got different opinions. While this is finally the best Fantastic Four film, it got there more by avoiding past mistakes than blazing a bold new path. Now, I am hearing there isn't a ton of comedy. Well, not a ton, but there isn't a lot of comedy. It's more of a serious film, and people want that because in the past people complained about the comedy with Marvel. I haven't taken much issue with the comedy because, in my opinion, it felt like it's been well placed. Some people argue that. It's fine. And this reviewer says, yeah, they got it right this time. Team Fantastic was a lot of fun. Retro futuristic setting is to Galactus, its towering arch enemy. I'm looking forward to Galactus. Looking forward to seeing how he does on the big screen. And that should be a lot of fun. So yeah, the reviews look pretty good from the critics. Gonna read a couple more here. Fantastic Four. First Steps is the best Fantastic Four adaptation to date, even though the movie mostly works as a promising starting point for future MCU entries. That's good. If you're going to build a foundation, I'm fine with it. It's like Batman Begins. It wasn't the best film, but it was a good foundation to build off for Dark Knight and Dark Knight Rises. You get off to a good start. You build from there. And with all the reports going on about, well, they're going to recast the Avengers, then we might be moving in a positive direction with Marvel. We shall see, because we have to hear from the fans. That's the most important part. We see Rotten Tomatoes talk highly about a movie. Fans, not so much. Critics don't like a movie. Fans think the opposite. It's one of those things where, I don't know. I do want to see the movie, and I plan to. I am hoping it's a solid film. I'm not the biggest Fantastic Four fan. I'm not saying I don't care about them. It's just not one of my favorite characters. I like Spider-Man, Wolverine, Captain America, Iron Man, Black Panther. Those are my favorites, and Thor. But Fantastic Four, cool. I did like, well, actually, when I first watched it, I didn't like the Fantastic Four that they came out with in 2005. I did enjoy it when I rewatched the film, but when I first saw it, I was a teenager. I didn't really care about it. But yeah, we are going to see how it all plays out, but they need to make a profit. They can't afford another box office flop from Marvel. We have seen already that the Thunderbolts didn't perform well. Captain America didn't perform well. And again, like I keep saying over and over again, you can't look at, oh, they made $500 million. Think about how much the theater is going to keep for themselves, because they do keep 50% of that. And they also keep more as the movie stays there longer. So you have to consider the production costs, the marketing costs, all that. We know in the past that Marvel has stated their production costs and marketing, but when you look at the numbers later on, it's actually not true. It's higher. So I don't know how much that would be with Fantastic Four. I heard someone says it has to make over $1 billion. I don't think it needs to make that much based on the numbers I saw. But again, we don't know. I just want this to be a good film, to be honest, because I'm a big Marvel fan. I've enjoyed everything up to Endgame. After that, I love No Way Home. I liked Shang-Chi. I know some people didn't really like it. I liked the Daredevil series. I liked Thunderbolts, even though it didn't perform well at the box office. And I enjoyed the Scarlet Witch, WandaVision. I love that show a lot. And I know some people in the YouTube community, like the nerds out there, like the Neurotics, the Critical Drinkers, they can be hard to please. I do love their content, but I do want to also enjoy a movie. But I'd love to hear your thoughts about the Fantastic Four First Steps and your opinions on how this is going to perform at the box office. And do you think it's going to flop, or do you think it's going to soar, do well, and we'll have a really good Marvel film, and we'll kick off a new phase on a positive note? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.